Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. Today I'm here with Sydney. We're gonna talk about defining or on success. I am Lucas. I am host here on Talking Talk Science February this year, but I'm here on Talking Talk Science 2020, 2022, yeah, I think. I am a pharmacist and I'm here to improve my English. I am a shy person, so I think it's a good place to practice this and try to improve my conversation. And yeah, I think it is. Sydney, could you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, surely. Good morning, Tuvi. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Lucas. Good afternoon, Tuvi. I'm Sydney. I live in Belo Horizonte, where I try to build my professional and personal life. I'm married and I work as an accountant for the past 20 years. I have degree in accounting and the postgraduate and in taxes. Uh, I I stay here, of course, on Talking Talk, firstly, to improve my spoken English. Secondly, about the communication skills. I think it's beyond it to improve the speaking skills in English is my second objective is to improve my communication skills, to be more precise, uh, cohesive, I think practice my to think to give a good answer, a complete answer as well. Uh, well, in my free time, my personal things, my free time, I like to read books, articles in English. I like also to watch movies, TV series in English without subtitles. Although some TV shows it's hard to understand. For example, last week I tried to watch the TV series called Black Mirror, and it was so hard to understand. I think I understood only 50% of it, but I already watched a lot of TV series. So for me it's a wonderful moment to realize that my English is improving little by little, especially my listening skills. So that's it. Thank you very much.
We study a lot. It's very good when we see that we are improving our English. Good afternoon, Juliano. How are you?
Good afternoon. I am doing very well. What about you?
I am pretty good. Today I am replacing Sarah. Juliano, I don't know you. Is it your first time here or you?
No, it's my first time just with you.
Oh, great. Amazing. Uh, Juliano, could you introduce yourself, please?
Of course, my name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I am science and technology student, and I live in São Bernardo do Campo. I am here in Talk. I think for 5 months, just 5 months. And I am here to improve my speaking English, and that's it. And I learn a lot about words, things like that. And that's it about me, I think.
Great. Just remember that the Talk and Talk is a platform to practice English. We don't have a teacher here, so we are free to make mistakes, improve them, and to you can feel comfortable to talk. So, guys, let's start. Sydney, question number one. What does success mean to you?
Well, I think firstly, above everything, success for me is to have a balanced life, to have that opportunity to maintain equilibrium in your life. I think to have time to me, for myself, to about my hobbies, my studies, to enjoy the life, to have time to my family as well, to spend time with them, to make our ties stronger and stronger. I think to have a peace and a tranquil life is another thing very important. It's not only about to have money, to has to have successful in your financial life, to have a good work, but also to have peace, to have people around you that love you. We can enjoy the good moments with them. And all the things is to help you, I think, to see the life and the world in a uh, positive way, maybe, because it's so hard to live with people that they only just see the bad side of everything. They are kind of toxic, and it contagious you in a bad way. We feel drained, your energy, you feel exhausted, and it's hard to, I think, to live in that way. So for me, think positively and try to think the best thing about the role, the people around you is one of the things that I could mm, call success.
Great. You said something interesting about success not to have money, because a lot of people think that success is money, but to have a good time with family, or to contribute positively with your family or friends, or I don't know if the word is a good way to have success. What do you think, Juliana? What is your opinion about it?
I think in general, success is a person that have a balance in your life about health, about money, about time, about a lot of things, you know. So if I have health, if I have uh, uh, a time to spend with my family, if I can have good time, if I have a job, if I earn money, I think it's a mix, you know, balance. But of course, I know that are some kind of success, more like in success in, I don't know, love, success in a career, success in family, things like that, you know. So if we are talking about these areas, things like that, I think we can talk more, you know. So for example, if I gonna talk about success in career, maybe is you have a job where you earn money, a lot of money, maybe, you know. If you have success in love, maybe it's if you found a love, a real love, you know. If you have a good family, success in family where your family it's a good family, your family spend time with themselves, you know, things like that. So I think we can talk about general success and specify success, you know. That's
Yeah.
it.
Uh, Thinking about this thing about the balance, Julian, do you think it's possible or it's hard to balance the professional and the personal success, like to be the best employee in the company and in the same time to be the best son or husband, or I don't know, friend for our family? Do you think it's possible or it's hard to balance this?
I I I think it's depends because I think it's more about hours, you know. So for example, I can be the best employee in a company, but how many hours I am spending to be the best employee, you know? So I think I think it is everything about it. No, but because I can, I don't know, be the best employee on a company just working 6 hours. I don't know. I can have good results working 6 hours, and I can have time to spend with my family, to be a good husband, to be a good father, a good brother, a good son, you know. So I think everything depends how many times you are spending to do something, because if some people work a lot of time, 10 hours, 11 hours. So if you work a lot of time, probably you don't have time to enjoy your family, to have fun, things like that. So I think it's more about the time that you spend doing something.
Yes, makes sense. And I think it's so hard to separate the professional life and the personal life, because in the final of the day, it's the same thing. Like if you work for about I don't know, 12 hours in the day, you spend uh, I don't know, less time with your family, and this is hard. Sydney, what do you think about it?
Yeah, it's an excellent question, Lucas. I agree with Julian said about time. I think the most difficult thing is to manage it. We live in a day with 20, 24, 24 hours, and it's impossible to have successful in some area and not invest time in it. When we're talking about when, for example, we start to do something at the beginning, we need to invest a lot of time in it to become good, excellent, but we need also to have time to eat, to have time to sleep, to have time to do that basic things in order to survive and think about our health. And unfortunately, we need to divide, to share well, to avoid that another things or to neglect another part of your life, for example, the social life. I know a lot of people, they are very successful, they are rich, but they don't have a good social life. They don't have friends. They have connections, relationship with the people, with another business uh, people. I would say that. But I know other people that they are very friendly, but in terms of money, they are not so success. They not succeed. They are not success in that area. But I think it's not more about to manage time. That's it.
Yeah, I think the most antisocial time is during the college, because we need to study and to work in the same time, and we have just a short moment with our family or our friends. It's really hard moment.
Right.
Question number two. Juliano, could you read and answer, please?
Of course. Let me see. Do you think success is more about achieving goals or finding happiness in what you do? Uh, Let me think. I think it's uh it's a mix, because when you achieve your goals, you have happiness. So I think it's impossible you achieve your goals without feel happiness. So you need do a test to get in a college, to get, I don't know, something. If you get it, you will have happiness in that time, not a happiness in all the life. But if you get, you're gonna have happiness in that time. Of course, after you're gonna uh uh the happiness without just leave, because it's moment. So you're gonna have happening in that moment. But I think in most of cases, I think I don't know, the people try uh, look for happiness, you know. So, for example, work, doing something that's very happy for you, things like that. But I think sometimes it's important uh, you do a balance, you know, because sometimes you can't really like to do something, but to work maybe can be a little bad because don't have a lot of um, it's more hard to make money. So sometimes you need choose other thing, you know. So I think it's more about a balance between the both, you know. But I really don't know. I just can answer this question, talk about the both. I think it's a mix, you know. It's impossible do something if I'll do or feel other side, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I thought about happiness, we need to think if that thing is the truly happiness. Like, uh, I don't know. I like to use the example when you want to buy something like a video game, and you really want to buy that video game. And when you have the video game, you feel very happy. Oh my God, I have the video game. But after 1 month, you think, oh, okay, I have the video game, but it's not the true happiness that I was wondering. And this is the mix about the success and in your life and the happiness that you have in your daily. What do you think, Sydney?
Yeah, I think they both are connected. I think it's most of the case, of course, because when we are, I think happiness is including about to achieving our goals. I think, like for example, Julian said before about that specific areas when you, for example, achieve some a promotion in your career, it could be a kind of happiness in your area. And when you find some people, you find love, people you love so much, and you have a relationship with that person. Uh, it could be it could be a kind of achievement and also a happiness. But like you said, Lucas, it's also, I think happiness is a unique for individual people, and it's also momentaneous. For example, if you are feel bored and go to play some video game, we can find happiness in that moment because we can enjoy it a lot. But in another moment, when we uh, turn on your console and try to play it again, the same video game, it could be boring for you and make you very, I don't know, anxiety or anxious or maybe depressed. But yeah, it's a kind of thing that I think that they both are connected, and everyone has their means of happiness. I think so.
Yes, about the promotion. It's interesting. Like you spend a year thinking, oh, I really want to got that promotion, and when finally you have the promotion, you think, oh my God, what a bored work or job I need to do here.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the same time, you can got the promotion and you would love the job and you feel happy doing what you do. So yeah, I think it's the balance in the mix about the two things.
Yeah.
And thinking about the promotion or things like this. Sydney, what is your or what is one achievement you are proud of yourself, and how did it shape your view of success? Like something that you got, some project or complete
Yes.
a degree?
Well, firstly, my 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 most important achievement is my family, my marriage with my wife and my son. They both shaped my way, my life, the way I see the road, the future, my plans, my purpose, my my goals for the future. Uh, I, I to be in a nutshell, I live for them and I try to provide the best as possible for them, not in terms of money, of food, of that basic things, but in terms of feeling, honesty, I think, love, things like that. Secondly, about my career, I have been working that field for the last 20 years, like I said in my presentation. And uh, in nowadays, I realized that the most important things is not about the hard skills. Of course, I studied a lot to achieve that position. I'm a manager of the accounting and the financial department. It's a small company, but for me it's okay because I already work in a big company, and for me it was a disaster in terms of stress. I had a good salary as well. I'm a manager of the staff with 14 people, but every day I had problem with conflict between them because most of them they had a different age. Some of them are their 40s years, another 30s, another 20s. So there were a kind of conflict between them, and I need to intermediate it. I needed to protect the department from the other department because they want to uh, pass work for them for me. And now I can see that it's more about soft skills to understand it, to manage it, and be don't overwhelm me about the stress, because if you don't have that skills to handle it, I think depression could be a reality in your life and it can destroy you. I think so. So it's my family, my career, and I think thirdly could be my improvements, my personal improvements. For example, my studies in English, my abilities in communication. I confess I'm not so good about that area, so I'm trying every day to improve, to be more confident and think more objective in communicate better.
This is really interesting because we return to the first question about success. You said you worked in a big company, had a good salary, but you had a lot of problems, and you had to make a decision. What is the, the success for you to keep with a lot of problems and changing your health and make you feel stressed? And this is interesting. We need to make decisions. Juliana, what do you think about it? Actually,
Um,
what is your achievement?
my achievement that I am very proud is to get in a public university. And to me, it was very good, and it shaped my view of success because to get it, I needed have a plan, a routine, study every day, try study every day, spend hours, do exercise, It was important to have organization, a routine. So it shaped my view of success because nowadays I know if I really wanna improve my English, if I wanna improve my skill about anything, I need spend time and have a routine, do the same thing every day. Of course, I can be more flexible, you know. So I can't have literally a time to do the same time to do exactly the same thing every day. So I don't need to study English every day at I don't know 2 p.m. But I need to study every day, you know, English. Today I can study early, but tomorrow I can study at night. You know, I am more flexible, but I know it's important to have a constance. So that's that's it.
And it is really hard to maintain a constant study English or to study other thing. And it's a good thing to be proud because we start very motivated to study something, and in the I don't know the second or in the 30th day we give up to study. So it's really
Yes.
really hard to keep, and it's really good because in the during the days you will see the oh I forgot the word in English, the development or yeah, and it's really
Yes.
Sydney, do you think you how can I say you think you are able to maintain a routine, daily routine studies or
Yes, I think
something?
so. I'm a disciplined person, and the but to be a husband and a father, for me, it's hard to do that constancy about my studies during the after the 8 a.m. So, like I said with you in our first minutes,
Yeah.
I I have to wake up early, 5 a.m. It's crazy, but it's the only moment I found. Uh, I have I think 5 years ago I had a subscription in a platform called Cambly, and I paid for 2 years that plan without use it because I didn't find a time to use that plan, and then I realized that for me that the one month I had is to wake up early. So for the first time, it was hard, but after some months, I accustomed to do that. And for me, now it's my normal routine, even on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, you said about your weekend so early. Uh, Answer the question. My achievement. It's my family, my married. My wife helped me a lot to stay here studying English because I had a big difficulty talking English. I studied English for about I don't know 3 or 4 years, and I just study. I didn't try to talk in English. I just study. I think, oh, one day I will start to speak in English like a native. And every day she talked to me, no, because you need to try to speak. You need to. I have one platform. It's very good to practice in English. And one of another achievement I am proud of me is to stay here talking English on YouTube because it's really hard to put live on YouTube and to spend 1 hour talking English. And this is really, really good. Uh, Question number 4. Juliano, who is someone you consider as successful and what do you admire? Yeah, I think that. About them.
Um, I think the people close to me, like my father, my grandfather, my mother, because like I said before, success have a lot of means. It depends a lot of situation. And I think to me, what I can tell a lot of them is the constancy, work a lot to give the best for their children, like me and my brothers, And I think it's very, very good to see it, because I can feel very proud and try to be like them when I have my only family, my son or my kids, when I have. So I think it's very important, uh, this thing.
Yes, I got it. And there is a lot of types of inspire. Like if I will talk about who inspired me to talk in English or keep studying, it's my wife. About my life and my job, it's my mother and father. So that is the different people who help us during our life. What about you, Sydney?
Yeah, guys, it's interesting. I agree, totally agree with you, because uh, eh, some people they admire, for example, a famous person that they even don't know their real life, and it's important to see the people around us and to take them like a role model, and because we already know their lives, their problem they need to face every day, how they are struggling to achieve their current level in something. Because I admire a lot my parents. They came from the countryside of my state in a poverty situation, and they raised me and my two brothers in a financial in a difficult financial situation. It was in the 80s years, and Brazil had faced a big problem in the economy. So I admire them a lot. I admire my wife as well. She's a teacher now. She teaches in a public school. So for me, it's very hard to teach to the children, especially children that live in a poor way, a poor situation. My wife, she needs to deal with that that situation. Some of her students, they 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 come to the school with hungry and not they pass from starvation. They don't have food in their house, so she need to deal with that. It's a cruel life. So I'm proud of her. I admire her a lot about her job and her life as well, because she incentivized me to continue my study as well. Yeah, I think that it. My parents, my wife, and yeah, the people who live around me.
Yes, there is a lot of there are a lot of attributes that we can admire in someone. Uh, Sydney, question number 5, yeah. Is there a specific moment or experience in your life when you felt truly successful?
Well, yeah, I think so. When I finished my graduation, uh, it was a very hard moment for me, because in those days I worked very hard, very far away from my home. It's about 2 hours by bus, and I need to take three bus to get there. And then when I finished my work, I need to go to the university, and the traffic was very hard. There were a lot of congestions around the city, because in those days in Belo Horizonte had a lot of constructions, because the World Cup in 2014, and I needed to study a lot to compensate the time I got late. I got late in the classroom, and but I'm very proud of me that I finished it without any problem. I think directly without how can I say on any dever and no subjects. And I paid everything to that university because it was a private university, PUC, Minas. And I think that's one of my great, uh, one of my great, how can I say, achievements.
Oh, great. Yeah, as we said in the beginning about the college is it's so hard moments because we need to study, we need to work, and there is a lot of things to do during this time. Like the final paper is the last year insane about to study a lot of things is it's terrible. And in my case, it's the same. The my when I complete my graduation, my degree, it's a moment that I thought, oh my God, finally I finished this because I I was blowing my mind. What about you, Juliana?
Um, in my case, it also was getting the college and begin talking English, because nowadays I can do it more easy, but it was very hard, because the beginning I felt a lot of anxious, my body, when in my first conversation, my body and I feel a lot of anxious, because I am a little shy, so for me it was a challenge to over work it out, So for me it's nowadays I can talk more in English. It's a success for me, and having the to be in the college too, because it was very hard to active. So I think this both.
No, great. I feel anxious every immersion that I'm talking English. It's interesting because I forgot like it's nowadays it's something normally, but I keep feeling anxious. Uh, and the question number six, Juliana, how has your definition of success changed over the years?
Uh, I think I used to think success about money, just about money, So if I have a lot of money, if I'm rich, if I am millionaire, billionaire, I have success. But nowadays it changed a lot, Like I said before, I think you have a lot of success in your life areas, So we can talk about general success, like I said before, but we can talk about success in some areas, in love, in married, in college, in job, and health. So I think for me, to me, nowadays success is a mix of all the things that I said, but I think I'm still have this meaning of money, success a lot of in my life, So I think more about money than about other things, I need shape, change more, my way to think, because even I know that are a lot of other success in life, but I'm still believe a lot in money, Money is something very important to be a person, successful person, but I need change a lot, you know, my my thought, things like that. But I can't tell because I think have other ways to have more success, but money is something that I'm still think a lot, you know.
And I think over the years we get older and our life changed. I think our definition about success changed too. Like when I was more young, before my wedding, my success was individual success. And nowadays, my success is sharing with my wife, like things that we want to do together. This is interesting. What about you, Sydney?
Yeah, I think for me, when I was younger and I started my adult life, I remember I took that some commercials, advertisement about the successful people. They they had a lot of things. They have luxury cars, luxury mansions. They had opportunity to travel around the world, and I watched that commercial and thought, oh, that people they are very happy. But when I started to work and I started to have contact with that kind of people, some of their partners of that company, I realized that they are not so happy than I thought because they had a lot of worries in their life, a lot of concerns. They have to take care of their money, their wealthy. They accumulate a lot over the years, and I don't know, some of them had problems to sleep because so in those days, of course, for me, it's easier to say that because I already have my house, my car, a comfortable life, a good salary, a career. But uh nowadays I give more importance the things that about the life to enjoy it with my family, my son. I try to spend as much as possible time as much as possible with my son because I know that it will help him in his growth, in his development, and I think that's it. Although I think money is very important. I agree with that because at least we need it to survive. And but for me nowadays, I think to have a moment with my family, the people I love so much. For me, it's more important nowadays.
Yes, it's very good about the work-life balance and happiness, but in the same time, it's better to cry in Paris than in São Paulo. But money is not the only thing in the of your success. Juliano, could you read the question number 7, please, and answer?
Of course, let me see. Do you think success is more about personal fulfillment or external recognition, and why? I think it's more about personal fulfillment because, of course, you can have the both, but depends on the area that you are looking and seeing, you know, because if we are talking about people that have company, you know, or famous people have success and money, you know, and this kind of person have external recognition, you know. But if you're talking about success in a job, success in a married, success in health, probably this kind of situation, you don't have external recognition, you know. So I think external recognition depends on the thing, you know. The most of cases more like if you are famous, if you work in some job that you need be more public, or if you have your only company, or if you work in jobs where you need be not you need be, but it becomes you more famous, So for example, you are CEO in some company, you have external recognition. So I think it depends a lot, but I think it's more relation than personal fulfillment, I think.
Yes, I agree with you. As you said, about something public. Sometimes external recognition's more shallow, and the person have a lot of problems, have a lot of internal problems. So I agree with you about this. I think it's uh, it's better the personal fulfillment than the external recognition. What about you, Sydney? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think in terms of the people who are very famous, I think firstly they have external recognition, even though they are not good in something, but the people like them, and because that they become famous. But about personal fulfillment, some of them they know that they are not good, but they it could be their personality, their characteristics that can attract the people to, for example, to watch their videos or to follow their works. But in terms of, I think they both are a little connected because when we have success, when you are successful in some area, we already have some external recognition from some people, but it will depend a lot as well about in each area because some areas it could be how can I say, we could find invejosos, envy, I think so,
Yes,
that it
yeah.
could, yeah, it could uh, affect you a lot, that kind of, that people, they will not recognize your success, but they will try to take your success in a dishonest way, maybe. So successful is another things that if it could be the negative side of to be successful or to have successful in any area.
Yes, makes sense. And about I think it's jealous people. I forgot to. And sometimes it's better to have success about personal fulfillment than share your recognition with other people. Guys, it's almost the final. I want to know the question number 8. Sydney, what is a goal you'd like to achieve that would make you feel successful and why?
Well, in nowadays, I think, yes, I would like very much to achieve I think, advanced level in English, and then I'm going to start to study to learn Spanish. I think I think to learn a language is a kind of things that, especially for me, it helped me to improve a lot my mind, a lot of skills, especially the social skills. Like you said, Lucas, I think you consider yourself a shy person, and like me, and I think stay here, speak with you for me is how can I say? For me is a great objective. A great achievement, and for me, yeah, that's it about English, and it starts to learn another different languages.
Great. What about you, Julian?
I think active advanced English, have a good level in development, things like that, I think.
Great. In my case, is about to improve my English and to know German. I am trying to know German is so hard, but in the future I will be able to talk. Guys, thank you for this time. Was a very good conversation. Nice to meet you, and see you in the next moment. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Juliana. Have a great rest of the afternoon.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, guys.
guys.